Hello everyone, I am back once again, and finally we are going to showcase the semifinals of the PAC League for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, the first season. So obviously, if we win this, we can actually make it to the finals, but if we lose, we just lose, obviously. So here, my opponent for this match is obviously, well, not obviously, but it's going to be, or maybe it should be obvious, no? Considering, you know, how formidable all the opponents were and whatnot. But yeah, so my opponent is going to be Sylmar once again. So yeah, Sylmar and the Holy Trinity. An opponent that, yeah, kind of goes back to Generation 7, because that was when I first encountered Sylmar for the first time. I believe it was in the EBA, although unfortunately I don't have the recordings anymore because back then I was something of a sore loser. So yeah, I think you people all knew that already, that I could be a sore loser a lot of the time. So I've actually cut back nowadays, probably because I don't take Pokemon as seriously nowadays as I did back in the days. I still do get upset when I lose though, so don't get it entirely twisted. But yeah, so here I'm just gonna be going up against my Bracket Demon once again. So personally, I don't have very much hopes of beating this guy, but anything can happen in Pokemon, right? So yeah, obviously we're gonna see what we can do nonetheless, and we are in fact going to try to play to win this. So if we beat him, awesome. If we don't, then, well, rip us, but we at least tried, you know? So yeah, here I believe we're just waiting for Sylmar. I think he's taking a bit of a long time to get himself sorted out and whatnot. He is now ready. Now, unfortunately for me, because of the draft that I had, I can't show you guys the draft because I'm too lazy to do that. But you know, the draft that I mentioned this in the week 5 match, that my team wasn't really built to actually handle weather teams, much less rain teams. So yeah, his team, aside from the lack of a Kabutops from week 5, he now has a Mamoswine instead. So yeah, his team is now basically roughly around what I was expecting him to bring. Maybe the Quillfish was still something I wasn't expecting him to bring, but he brought it again anyway. And you know, my team is what it is basically. I didn't pay attention to what I led with either, honestly, so I do apologize on that, just because, you know, I'm not very observant. But yeah, I think the lead here for Sylmar is pretty obvious though, no? It's either gonna be probably the Mamoswine to freaking go for the Stealth Rocks right out of the gate, but we're about to see right now. So from the looks of it, he is in fact going to lead with the Mamoswine, and I'm gonna lead off with a Azumarill, which does sound like a decent matchup on paper to an extent, but the problem is that I am slower than this thing, so if I just straight up attack it, I am gonna take an Earthquake right out of the gate. So my Azumarill will definitely be crippled by the time I take out this Mamoswine, possibly. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go for Waterfall just to possibly take this thing out, except not really, because this thing actually has a Focus Sash, which, yeah, it's definitely a common set on Mamoswines for some reason, despite those things being fairly bulky. It's because, I think, because of its ice typing, it has a lot of weaknesses, and a lot of moves can typically one-shot it, so therefore they just pack it with Focus Sash. Now this kind of got me nervous, because after taking an Earthquake and after seeing the Focus Sash, I kind of was under the impression that this might be like an Endeavor Ice Shard set, but I don't even know if this Mamoswine can even get Endeavor in this game, but I just kind of was fearing that he could. He ended up not going for it anyway, so he ended up just going for another Earthquake. I sent in Hitmontop, which did have Intimidate. I think the goal was to drop its attack with Intimidate, but unfortunately this thing actually had Oblivious of all abilities, which, I'll be honest with you, I've never seen it on a Mamoswine, so like, I think I knew this thing could get it, but I just kind of didn't think it would pack it. In most cases, most Mamoswines usually run the Thick Fat ability, even in Draft League, just because it's a pretty good ability. But Oblivious, damn, it's almost like he anticipated my Hitmontop to try to actually Intimidate. Or maybe he anticipated me to actually bring the same team, because my team is roughly the same from the last time I encountered him. It's just because I didn't really have much to handle his team better on my draft. At least I didn't think so. But I could have been wrong, honestly. I'm not really the best when it comes to team building. You all know me. But yeah, anyway, so here I send in Weavile for some reason, and he's gonna take an Energy Ball. This is a leftovers Latios, so that's kind of annoying. This means this thing is going to be bulky, so obviously, rather than trying to like do anything funny, I'm just going to go for the throat chop just to get damage on anything he sends out, because it's most likely he's not going to want to stay in, obviously. Because I think even max invested, like max defense invested, he would not be able to take the throat chop, honestly. I could be wrong on that too, honestly, but I believe that he wouldn't, honestly. He's gonna send out this damn Pelipper, which is annoying because set up the rain, and you know what happens after this. It's just basically Swift Swimmers come in and start forcing me to switch out depending on the matchup, and then I'm just gonna take unnecessary damage or even lose mods in the process. This is specifically why I'm actually like not very confident in being able to take out Sventhun. It's just because a lot of his offensive strategies are very, very potent over mines, over my entire draft, in fact. So it's just kind of like, damn. So, needless to say that this was kind of a rough matchup from the beginning, honestly. Maybe if I made some transactions during the season, I probably could have maybe done something, but I don't know. I was just content with my team. I didn't really feel the need to make any changes, so. But yeah, okay. So here he's just gonna send out this this Quillfish. I keep forgetting its name, but yeah, Quillfish. It does damage, but of course, because it's possibly a Swift Swimming set, I'm just going to get outsped in Waterfall and then lose Weavile, and obviously I don't want that. At least not this early in the game. So I'm going to send out Slowking instead. And I think here, this time, he goes for Waterfall. Thankfully he doesn't go for the Toxic like he did last time. I kind of was expecting him to though, but I think this time around, as opposed to just trying to predict him to do anything, honestly, like I did last time, which kind of hampered my team a lot, I decided to just go straight for the Psychic this time. No messing around, just straight up Psychic. Even if he switches in Latias, I just didn't want this thing to be funny with me. He does end up setting spikes up, so that's already a detriment to my team, because I think this team doesn't have any way to get rid of hazards, honestly. I think I should have actually tried finding something on my team that could have removed hazards so that he wouldn't like hazard stack me again, honestly. But I guess I didn't do it because, you know, I'm that silly at times, you know. So here, I thankfully take out this Quillfish, but the Quillfish did get spikes up, so in a way it did its purpose. Got damage and set up hazards, so that's pretty bad. Now here comes the damn elephant in the room, and that's this damn Ludicolo, which puts me in one of the biggest of encrucijadas every single time. Because now I have to predict, is he going to go for Giga Drain? Is he going to go for Surf to hit whatever it hits neutrally, boost it in the rain? Or do I have to predict him to go for Ice Beam with on the Vileplume? And obviously it's like, it's not even a coin toss. At this point it's very much a roulette that I have to basically proc, which is very, very difficult for me because you already know that my luck is very, very terrible. And I guess a lot of things wrong in a lot of situations, especially against good players, especially players that are good and lucky, as I mentioned in Sventhun's case. So, damn. He's not going to go for Giga Drain, but he's going to go for Energy Ball, which is probably more devastating since it is a lot more powerful than Giga Drain. I just go for the Trick Room because I feel like this is going to be my only chance to actually do something while this Swift Sim is up, like while this rain is up, and Swift Sim is pretty much active for a lot of the mons that have Swift Sim. Which in this case would only be 2 since the Quillfish is now out of the way, but he still has the Kingdra and this Ludicolo. But in my opinion, the Ludicolo is still the big threat here, honestly, because that thing alone covers a lot of my team. And it's pretty obnoxious that I got nothing for it. I have this Vileplume, but that's only a matter of whether or not he has Ice Beam. Unfortunately, this time around he has Ice Beam. I don't know if he had it last time. He never revealed it, so I kind of just assumed that he never had it. But now he definitely has it, so I'm already like in a very tight situation. I made the guess wrong once again. So here I guess I just stay in and go for the Sludge Bomb. Even if he switches into Latias, I just want to get damage up. If he switches into Latias, I'm going to just switch it up to Moonblast, which is something I feel like I should have done the last time I encountered Sventhun, but I kind of just didn't do it because I kind of felt like he probably might have known that I had it and that I could have gone for it. But honestly, that could have still done decent damage. But I guess I just was aware, like I was afraid that it was not going to do as much because of that it's not stab and whatnot. Yeah, because the fact that it's not stab sometimes causes a lot of moves to not like do as much as you'd want, even if they're super effective, you know. And in Sludge Bomb's case, I could have at least gotten the poison. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, he does send out the Latias. I think here, unfortunately for me, okay, I don't go for the Moonblast, it turns out. I went for the Toxic once again because Leftovers Latias is already annoying as it is, so. But this is kind of bad for me though, because that means I immediately lose this Vileplume actually. So this might have been a bit of a mindless play. I think the reason I didn't go for Moonblast here was probably because I was still under Trick Room and I figured I could just send in maybe a Zoom to take this thing out. And this Vileplume, I don't know, I guess I didn't feel like it could get any HP back, especially considering the fact that it already got damage from the Ludicolo with Ice Beam. So, it's not looking too good for me already, obviously. This Latias is still healthy even though I Toxic it. All he needs to do really is just switch out whenever he finds the matchup is unideal. And he doesn't really lose much, honestly. And I think he has Recover, so he can just kind of recover anything, honestly. Here I'm debating on what I want to send in, so... I want to believe, yeah, I want to believe that I send in a Azumarill, because Azumarill can hit a lot of things really hard as long as I have the Choice Band. Again, it's Choice Banded because it's Esventhun. Like, with this guy, I feel like I can never set up a Belly Drum, honestly. I really wanted to bring a Belly Drum set against this guy, because I wanted to find the right moment to actually, you know, take him down, but it just looks impossible, unfortunately, with a draft like this, where it's very offensively potent, so... Offensively, I meant to say. I said offensively, no. Offensively stupid. But anyway, yeah. Here I'm just waiting to see what he wants to do. He's probably going to sack Pelipper and just proc the rain up again. And since Damp Rock is a thing, obviously, it's just going to, you know, be a nightmare for me, obviously. Yeah, and that's exactly what he does. He goes into Pelipper, which, yeah, not good for me. I do get to take out this Pelipper nonetheless, but he has 8 turns to literally do whatever the heck he wants. And since Ludicolo is just a mon that I really can't deal with very much, is just, I mean, I'm pretty much in a terrible situation. Plus, the Trick Room is also gone, so, you know, now it's even worse for me, because now I'm forced to switch out, or even just straight up lose this Azumarill, which really, really sucks. Here comes Ludicolo. Again, this Ludicolo just has me all sorts of pissed off at this point, just because... I literally can't do anything. He's forcing me to switch out numerous times with this thing. He just sets up the rain and then just brings this thing back. And it's really obnoxious. I think here, I'm trying to look at what I want to sack. And I think I ultimately decide to eat, Oh, no, actually, no, I was going to say, I don't think I stay in. I think I send in Hitmontop. It has to be Hitmontop. Because if I don't go for the Hitmontop switch, I think then I probably misplayed really, really hard here. It has to be Hitmontop, because Hitmontop's really useless. It doesn't really do much to what's left of his team. Am I gonna be silly and actually stay in? This is kind of odd for me, honestly. I send in Slowking. What the hell? Why did I do that? Did I predict him to go for a water move? That's kind of redundant, actually. Cause yeah, there's no reason not to go for the Giga Drain. I don't know what the hell was I thinking here. I guess I panicked or something. Because, you know, Esventhun kind of just gets into my head a lot of the time. Damn. That's pretty bad, honestly. So much for trying hard to win, actually. This looks more like as if I were throwing, honestly. Which really, really sucks. Should have gone into Hitmontop, really. Hitmontop is the mon that I really didn't need. Why did I sack Slowking, though? I'm trying to think and I really don't got anything. Why did I... Oh, okay, I remember now, I still don't know how effective this could have even been, though, honestly. Okay, so what happened was that I preserved Hitmontop. I didn't want to switch it in and sack it, because if I did that, then Slowking would just kind of go down to the Energy Ball anyways. Like, even if I switched it out and sacked Azumarill, it would still not be enough to take a an Energy Ball after Regenerator, or so I believed. I could be wrong on that too, honestly, but I just kind of didn't feel like I'd be able to take one, honestly. If I could, then rip me, obviously. It's because I sometimes don't tend to do these damage calcs in these games, at least not nowadays, because of the, you know, 20-minute timer forcing us to mash buttons and everything. Kind of force us to kind of have our matches premeditated in a way, like our strategies and that and whatnot. So yeah, man. Okay, so here, I think what happened was that I sacked this thing too. Oh, yeah, no, I did sack it because I went for Fake Out. Yeah, it's because what happened was that I wanted to go for Fake Out on this thing. And then, you know, I was thinking, wait, I sent it out and didn't do anything? But no, I did something. I think I faked out and then just, you know, let it go down afterwards. Yeah. And I believe here I send out Weavile and go for Fake Out again. So that way I can actually just stall for time. Or not. No, actually I go for Magnet Zone. Okay, I go for Magnet Zone instead. Which, I don't really see how much it can do. I guess I wanted to just kind of cripple this thing as much as possible. So, I think I go for a Volt Switch on the off chance he goes for the switch into Latias, which does resist electrical moves, and you know, Flash Cannon, it can take it very well. So yeah, that's kind of bad. I don't remember if he actually stays in or not. I want to believe that he doesn't. I think he just takes me out with a water move. Because yeah, he has Hydro Pump this time. I think last time he had Surf? Question mark? I could be wrong on that. But yeah, he went for the Hydro Pump. No crit needed because it's Stab, Hydro Pump in the rain. That just kills no matter what, honestly. Like I said, I'm just not in a very good position right now. I guess I sent this. I think I should have sent in Weave. No, I couldn't, because if I switched it in, I would have lost it, Magnezone without it getting to do anything. Well, it didn't get to do anything anyway, actually. Man, because I took hazards, obviously. I took spikes damage, and I think that broke my sturdy, obviously. So yeah, that was pretty bad, obviously. I go for Fake Out here just to, you know, stall the rain, because this rain is really what's pissing me off right now, because this Ludicolo is just literally getting to do whatever he wants. A Zoom Roll, I'm just going to sack it, because there's really nothing I can do now that Slowking is gone and no Trick Room is available for me. So I have to just sack this and let Weavile do its thing. Giga Drain pretty much puts it back at where it was, in a way. Yeah, it puts a lot of HP on it. I think from here, I didn't really pay attention to what else he had on his team, honestly. But, okay, so I sent out my last Pokemon, which is Weavile. So, here, because of the hazards damage, and because my Weavile is Life Orb this time around as opposed to Expert Belt, this means that basically I can only go for Fake Out, and hopefully this man can just let me take out this Ludicolo, because if not, then, I don't know, this guy is evil, I guess. But, yeah. The rain is finally gone. I've been going for Fake Out like numerous times just for this damn rain to go away. But now is my opportunity to just take down this damn Ludicolo. This is overkill, but I don't care, because this Ludicolo is just so obnoxious, honestly. Seriously, this thing really had me all sorts of annoyed. I took out the Ludicolo, but, you know, because Weavile's Life Orb obviously just goes down as well, so I lose because he had like 3 months still left, so I wouldn't be able to reverse sweep him, honestly, because Kingdra is full HP, Throat Chop doesn't one-hit KO, obviously. I forgot what else he had on his team. I don't remember if he still had his Mamoswine, honestly. That was gonna go down though, but I don't think he wanted to let it go down, honestly. I think that was the reason he didn't switch out on the Ludicolo too, honestly, because he just wanted to make sure that he doesn't like throw her and whatnot. But yeah, that's gonna be the whole match. We do lose, but honestly, that's kind of like, for me, I kind of already expected it. And plus, in a way, it kind of spares me from having to deal with Brayden anyways, because you already know how I feel about that guy, honestly. Like, I don't want to have to deal with him again, honestly. But Esventunya, he beat me fair and square. Like, at this point, I have to just concede and just accept that this guy is just straight up better than me as a battler. He's already beaten me, like, what, 5 times now? So, yeah. It's because in my case, like, I already knew that Esventunya was already something of a grinder, and he's already, like, kind of established himself well in the Generation 8 period. So, and meanwhile, I kind of have been, like, on hiatus in Generation 8. It's only now that, or recently anyways, that I started kind of just doing draft leagues here and there. And even then, it's not like a lot of them. I only did like 1 of them here and there. But yeah, so that's gonna be the whole game. GG's to Esventunya. Thank you for having me in the season, of course, because obviously I definitely wanted to do a draft league for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And it's also cool that I got to be in the playoffs as well, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl as opposed to Sword and Shield. And also, I guess I should take advantage of just congratulating him right now for his win in the PAC League, because yeah, this is gonna be the last time I ever play Esventunya in Generation 8. So yeah, congratulations on winning the PAC League, because by the way, he did beat Brayden in the finals, by the way. But neither of their guys' footage is on YouTube, so obviously I just figured I'd mention it here. Congratulations on winning, and once again, thank you for having me in the season. Finally, this season's over. I actually wanted to get all of these matches on my channel as quickly as possible. Reason being is because Generation 9 is already like coming in closely and whatnot. And what else have I got to say? Also because I think this is the only time in Generation 8 that I actually have footage for all of my matches in a Pokemon Draft League. Because in CBDL, I actually had like, what, 5 matches, but there was like, I think 7 weeks to cover, and I didn't have 2 matches. Then in the PAC League, let's just say that a bunch of bullshit happened and I couldn't get all of my 11 matches for that season. So that blows. So both of these leagues had no complete matches, basically. This league is the first, or this season is the first one to actually have all 8 matches. Yeah, half of them went to time. One of them was because some guy decided to be a dickhead, but like, it's still footage that you guys get to see from start to finish anyway. So yeah, obviously, like, I felt like showcasing this was definitely worth it, because obviously in Generation 8, a lot of things have not been looking too good for me, like in terms of content for draft leagues and whatnot. Not only performance wise, but also just delivery wise, I guess you could say, or content wise, just because there's times where I just don't get to battle people, and as a result I just have to take forfeit wins or losses, and that's lame. In draft leagues that's always going to be lame, but it is what it is, obviously. So while we did finish showcasing all the matches for this season of the PAC League, stay tuned for a few more Wi-Fi matches that I have under my belt right now. So this isn't going to be the last match that I showcase for Generation 8, obviously. There's still a few more that I have that I want to take advantage of showcasing right now that I still have time, and that Generation 8 is still a thing, so, you know, because some of the matches are actually a lot worth, they're like, you know, kind of like they're worth showcasing in my opinion, just because there's things I have to say about them. I may or may not commentate them. I'm not really sure on that yet, just because I'll admit that sometimes commentating these matches can be a bit tedious, especially now that replays are not a thing in these games. So, but again, it's not set in stone. I might actually still do them, or I might not do them at all, or I might do half and half. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still not certain, but I'll have it like sorted out by within a day or two. I don't know. But anyways, with all that said, thank you all for watching this final match of the season. Stay tuned for more, obviously, for more matches in the future. For now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one.